school year.
We're your hosts.
I'm Lennon.
And I'm Lily.
So sit back, relax, it's time for Timberwolf Tracks.
We already know what happened with the North High football game. We won.
I wonder what our students thought the results would be before the game.
That's our question of the week.
Who do you think is going to win North versus High?
The Timberweenies.
Thank you.
All right, who do you think is going to win North versus High today?
North.
Thank you.
And who do you think is going to win North versus High?
It's a pretty good question because, obviously High has the best defense in the state. So I'd probably roll with them with the score like 14-2.
Thank you.
Always.
All right, who do you think is going to win North versus High?
North.
Why do you think so?
Because they got better colors.
They have better what?
Colors.
Oh, colors. Yeah, definitely.
And who do you think is going to win North versus High?
Of course, Norman North High School, with the likes of Harrison Utley and Jack Goody, on the offensive line, there's no way we lose.
Thank you.
Who do you think is going to win North versus High this year?
I think North's going to take it. We've won every time for the past half a decade, so I think it's pretty set in stone.
All right, thank you so much.
Of course.
Who do you think is going to win North versus High?
Obviously Norman North.
Thank you. Who do you think is going to win North versus High this year?
It's definitely going to be North. We need it this year. Definitely.
Thank you. Who do you think is going to win North versus High this year?
I think Norman North is going to win.
Thank you. Who do you think is going to win North versus High?
Absolutely Norman North.
Why is that?
Well, to be honest, we're just better. O-line's better. D-line's apparently good, but not as good as ours, so we're just better. That's it.
Thank you. Thank you.
Who do you think is going to win North versus High this year?
I think Norman North's going to win 21-0.
Why do you think 21-0?
Because Norman North is just the better school and we have the better football program.
All right, thank you so much.
Yes.
I bet you enjoyed that question of the week.
Well, guess what? We got another one for you.
This time, students were asked what they're looking to get out of this school year.
Okay. Hi, I'm Ashton, and today we interviewed some of Norman North students. Do you know the question?
Yeah, we know the questions. Hi, I'm Anna Laura.
I'm Joshua.
And today we're going to be asking a few questions to a couple students in the school.
Are you excited for this upcoming year?
What's your most exciting thing that you're going to be doing this year?
Who's your favorite teacher?
Who's your least favorite teacher?
What's your most recent to listen to song?
And who's your favorite artist?
What are you most excited for this year?
The last day of school. Crosstown Clash.
Football games and basketball games.
I think Spud is going to be a big part of this year, but I'm also really excited for cross country and track, as well as this is my first year in Den, so a lot of big opportunities coming up.
Who's your favorite teacher this year?
Mr. Gades.
Right now, Mr. Davis.
Miss Sherman.
Mr. Bennett. Miss Washington.
What song have you most recently listened to?
Look What You've Done by Drake.
My most recent to listen to song on Spotify is Baby Came Home by The Neighborhood.
De los besos que te di.
Practice by Drake.
Low by SZA.
I love having two questions of the week.
You know what else I love?
Cookies, cookies, cookies.
Well, I was going to say, Deca, Deca, Deca. Let's go meet the man himself.
The Deca teacher.
That was good.
Hi, my name is Jamie Wilson. I am the Deca teacher here at Norman North. They call the Deca teacher. I'm actually the marketing teacher here at Norman North.
How long have you been teaching?
This is year number 14.
So you mentioned you were the Deca teacher. What is Deca?
Deca is an organization that's not just our school. It is a national, or actually an international organization that teaches kids subjects such as marketing, hospitality and tourism, finance, entrepreneurship, and business management. So you learn all sorts of skills about each of those different genres of marketing.
How does Deca engage with its students?
That's all Deca is. It engages with its students 100% every single day. We do a lot of presentations in our classrooms. We do a lot of interactive learning in my classrooms, a lot of projects. We are involved in different events that we do as a Deca program. Probably the biggest one is our Spooktacular, but we also do competition. Competition is kind of the item I really enjoy the most, is we get kids to learn how to present in front of a judge. They learn how to talk surely in front of a judge, and they learn to really not be cromulent when they're talking with someone. That way they can be more assured of themselves and not just be average.
Would you like to go into a little bit more depth in what competition is?
Certainly. There's two types of competition. One is a role play, and the other is a written event. Role plays are a type of event where you're given a situation, and inside that situation you assume a role of a person that's needing to solve the situation. Typically the situation is given to you by a superior, like the CEO of a company, and your role might be the marketing director of a company, and you need to solve a problem or a request of the CEO using marketing functions, hospitality and tourism functions, business management functions, entrepreneurship functions. Those different items, you have to bring your knowledge to the table, talk to a judge who is the CEO or another role in that role play, and you do it the best you can, and you get points for each subject that you touch on, and the better you touch on it, or the better you explain it, or the better the judge thinks you know it, then you get more points. And the more points you get, the better you do, and hopefully another person from another school doesn't do as good as you, and therefore you win. And we've done really well. One of my walls in my classroom has a lot of awards that we've won over the past 12 years. We didn't compete my first year and barely competed my second year. So really over the past 11, 12 years, we've been competing as a Deca program, both in Oklahoma and internationally at our International Career Development Conference.
Speaking of that, how does Deca impact its students?
Deca makes our students grow up. Believe it or not, students will come to school, well, probably more believe it than not. More students nowadays come and they're kind of in a shell. COVID did a really good job on keeping kids more introverted than anything else. Their social exposure has been to talk to somebody on their phones. And that means not really talk to, but more text or instant message somebody on their phones. Deca, by the end of the first year, typically kids will come out of their shells and they will be more outgoing, more accepting of new things. They understand a little bit more about the world than they did when they first got into my program. And I really want them to look at the world in a different light by the end of their first year. And overall, I think I've been pretty successful doing that.
How might it affect students after high school?
Believe it or not, I've had probably 70% of my students go on to college and major in either business or marketing. And it's kind of funny, they tell me when I get a chance to talk to them that some of their intro classes to either business or marketing are actually really easy because they already learned those concepts here. And they go on and learn business degrees or get business degrees. I have had students go on to get masters and a couple that go on to get doctorates in the business world. They get their MBAs, and it just really helps them look forward to something else other than the small child they were when they were in high school.
What are some of the examples of how Deca has affected the school?
We do a thing here at our school. We try to give back to our community by doing different events. We hold 2 blood drives every year, And we also do a really large event in the fall called Spooktacular. And we participate in all the events that our school does. We participate in Spud, we participate in Homecoming, and we just really want our students to be part of our school. That's important. I just want our students to really understand that there's a world out there other than Norman North. There's a big world that has a lot of opportunities. I've had students that have gotten scholarship offers from colleges in California, colleges in New York City. One got offered a 90% ride to go to a fashion college in New York City. Another one got a 90% ride to go to a college in San Francisco, which would have been half San Francisco, half in Dubai. Just the opportunity that Deca brings to some of these students that didn't realize that was in front of them before is what I really, really like. It's not just, and don't get me wrong, I like Norman North. I love Norman North. This is my 14th year here, but Norman North isn't the whole world. OU isn't the whole world, and that comes from somebody with a degree from OU in advertising. There's a big world out there, and Deca just gets you to see a little bit of it. Deca offers different trips. We've been to Orlando, Philadelphia, Boston, California with Anaheim. We've been to Phoenix. We've been to Austin, Texas. Man, there's some others that we've been to that I can't even think of anymore. But it lets people go and explore what there really is out there other than just Norman, Oklahoma. And I think that's really, really cool.
Describe Deca in one word.
Super fantastic and incredibly amazing. That's 2 words, but there's too much about Deca that I can only put into 1 word. I just think Deca is, God, every kid needs to be a part of Deca. Every kid needs to get in my class. I wish I could have more classes, but I'm only one person. I wish our program could have 2 or 3 teachers. It's something that every kid needs to really experience and jump into and enjoy. They learn so much and they get so much out of it that by the time I have a student for 4 years, they're a different person. That's way more than 1 word, but that's how passionate I am about it. Sorry about that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Welcome to the Huddle. I'm Kason Lee.
And I'm Austin Morlock. On Thursday, August 31st, Norman North and Norman High met at Owen Field for the crosstown clash. Carver Rogers led the defense in a shutout with 10 tackles and an interception. The final score was 21-0 North, making this the 4th consecutive year in a row North has won.
The Timberwolves traveled to Evans Santa Fe on September 8th. After being down 21-7, they rallied back, winning 31-28. Owen Eschlin had a great performance, throwing for 250 yards and 2 touchdowns.
The freshman team advances to 2-0 after a big win against Edmond Santa Fe. They play UConn Monday the 18th.
The varsity softball team lost against Edmond Memorial on the 7th. They beat Norman High on the 5th and Stillwater on the 12th. They play Lawton here at home Monday and at High Tuesday for the crosstown clash.
The volleyball team destroyed High 3-0 on the 11th, giving Norman North a clean sweep across 3 sports over Norman High. They also dismantled Edmond Santa Fe on 3-0 on the 12th. They played Stillwater on the 19th and more on the 21st. That's been it this week for the Huddle.
Ready, break!
What a great first episode.
It's only up from here.
Catch us next episode.
Same Timberwolf time.
Same Timberwolf place.
Oh!
Dark in the city and the night is a wire. Steam in the subway and the earth is a fire. Oh yeah. Woman, you want me, so give me a sign. I feel my freedom just a moment behind. Oh yeah. Now we touch with the ground. I'm on a hunt, I'm after you. Smell like the sound, I'm lost and found. And I'm hungry like the wolf. Shot of the line, it's distorted and rhyme. Well, when I wind, I'm after you. My mouth is alive with and it's too close to hide. I'll be upon you on the